If you've been seeing 1010 everywhere you go, clocks, receipts, prices at the store, that's a random one, right? This message is definitely your sign. This is your friendly reminder. If you're catching the replay, you can always 2x speed or click the timestamps below to jump straight to the message. Before we begin, we are going to do an energy check. So as you can see in the thumbnail, there was the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups that came through. And before I got into this energy, I started looking into like the numbers of 1010. So 1, the Magician, 0, the Fool. And so this is a time of manifestation in the unknown. Yes, action, yes, doing, but doing from a place of unknown. So the questions that came through is, when you're seeing these numbers, Spirit's inviting you to think about, what are you thinking about? What are you actually doing? Page of Pentacles. What are you doing? What are you feeling? Page of Cups. What are you feeling when you see these numbers? It's a reminder for you to check yourself, check your state, and see, which state are you existing in? Are you existing in the old state, the one that's comfortable, the one that you can choose without thinking? Or are you being intentional? Are you actively creating as the Magician, manifesting what you want in this moment right now by choosing the unknown, by choosing things that you do not see already in your reality, that you haven't physically experienced yet, but you have visualized, you've experienced it here? What story is unfolding? What page are you revisiting and existing in? Okay. So those are the questions that came through for this energy. Before we go any further, we're going to go ahead and do some breathing. We're going to do a simple 6-8 breath, breathing in through the nose for 6, holding for 2, and breathing out for 8. Breath. Do you feel the quiet? Breath can connect you to the quiet. Breath. Do you feel the space? Breath can connect you to the space. I know when you feel anxious, you feel tense, you feel closed, you feel shrunken, but breath can open you. Breath can expand you. Breath can help you realize you are safe now in this moment. Okay. So please join me for this breath work. Oh, also hummingbirds may be a sign for someone. There was one right in front of my window right before I went live. I forgot to write that down. All right, you ready? We'll do 3 rounds of this breath. Let's begin. Very nice. Some other signs you may be experiencing in this time. I was completely clear-headed, nothing going on before I started this reading. You may be having weird sensations in your head, like not really headaches, but like tension or pressure in your third eye, pressure behind your eyes. You could be going through lymphatic drainage, or maybe you're having specific pain in your temples, and it's almost like a rod or something pushing on your temples. And then the other thing that came through was when I was in college, one of my classes was like intro to psychology or general psychology. I don't remember what it was. But there was a story about a man and his personality. Oh, that makes sense. His personality completely changed because he had an accident, and some type of metal stake went through his brain and completely changed who he was. Before the accident, he was a hard worker, reliable, honest, dependable. After the accident, he was really ugly, unkind, unreliable, lazy, didn't want to work, didn't want to do anything, completely changed who the person was. And it wasn't because of the trauma. He was a different individual. Like, he completely operated differently. So it's really interesting that that came through during the breath work, because I just said, like, who are you being? What person, what identity are you experiencing right now? So thank you for that, Spirit. All right, let's get into this collective message. We are working with the Maiden today. Excuse me. Are we clear now? Thank you. Maiden. This collective has been saying 10-10 everywhere they go. 10-10 on the 10-10. That just came through. I don't know. 10-10 on the 10-10. Can we have guidance for this collective, please? We know they need to be evaluating their thoughts, evaluating their feelings, evaluating their beliefs in these moments that they're seeing these numbers. It's an invitation from the universe to stop and be in the now. Oh, thank you. That was such a beautiful message. So another thing, like your spirit guides are wanting to show you love whenever you're seeing these numbers. They're wanting to tell you, hey, we're here. You're not alone. They're wanting to say, hey, slow down. Stop going so fast. Like it's an invitation to now as well, is what I just heard. What message for this collective, please? It's been seeing 10-10. That's manifesting. Goodness. What's going on? So maybe someone is trying to block a message from coming to you. You may be having problems with your email or your phone at this time. Thanks. All right, so on the bottom of the deck energy, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Our first card is the Fool. Oh, we were talking about that 0 energy, baby. King of Wands. Love to see that. And the 8 of Wands. Okay, yeah. So whatever blockages, this is just a side note, whatever blockages you guys have been experiencing, expect swift movement, swift clearing of that energy. It's not going to linger. It's going to get through, like the blockages are moving is what I heard. Okay. Oh, underneath the 5 of Pentacles, we have strength. I love to see that. One thing I want to say, with strength being underneath that, can we just take a minute and acknowledge how far you've come in your life? Seriously, can we just sit here for a minute? I feel like you're working so hard right now to achieve something that is really important to you. And those desires are meant for you to manifest. They're meant for you to experience. So there's no shame in that. But can we take a minute and just look at how you have already manifested so many things in your life? And while the work that was required to manifest them may not have seemed easy at the time, they still manifested effortlessly and without your managing and without your, I don't even know if that's the right word, cajoling. I don't know what that word means, but that's what came through. You don't have to be hyper aware and hyper focused on achieving your goals. If you're taking the inspired action, which I know you are, you have that 10-10 energy, you have that creation energy, that action, that creating from infinite potential that you're seeing. But sometimes we need to be reminded that throughout our entire lives, we have always manifested, just maybe not consciously. You didn't know you had that power, that you were actually creating your life. You were actually experiencing the life you expected to see. You were experiencing the life you believed you were worthy of, right? Even in the periods of lack, where you think it was just all of these outside things acting upon you, all of this chaos thrown upon you. How were you chaotic inside? How were you abandoning yourself? And so other people had to show you that they were going to abandon you too, because that's what you did. How were you creating products that didn't serve people from a place of abundance, but that you were creating because you Felt like you had to. There is no, how do I say this? There is no lack without lack. If you're experiencing lack, it's because lack is a belief you hold, whether it's lack of love, lack of abundance, lack of time. So I'm challenging you now to have the inner strength to change those beliefs. Okay. I think you already have. And that's not really where I was going with that tangent. I'm not really sure why that came out. But what I was going to say was, can we take a moment and honor the version of you that was resilient and, oh, okay, and had strength through that time, through that unconscious time when you didn't realize that you have all of the power, that you are the universe. You are the universe. You're the universe experiencing itself. And what you believe you are is what you are going to see. What you believe you are is what you are going to experience. What you believe other people believe you are is what you will be showing up, right? And it's a reflection of what you believe in this moment, not to what you believe to be coming, right? What are you now? And you've had strength. You've had so much strength because you believed you had to have strength. You believe things had to be hard, but they don't have to be hard. Okay. With the Fool here, you can have a carefree energy. You can create from wonder and joy. And I heard gullibility. Like, if you want to play the fool, you can play the fool. If you want to be the jokester, you can be the jokester. If you want to be lighthearted and carefree, that can be your reality. But you need to be it now. Now. When you see 1010, are you being lighthearted and carefree? Or are you being weighed down from past problems? Are you worrying about future problems? Are you approaching that lack, that unexpected bill with, wow, I am so happy that I can go into this with wonder, knowing like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but it always works out for me. I always land on my feet. Can you tap into that energy? Can you sit on your throne of vision, on your throne of power? Again, with that 1010, when you see the 1010, are you acting sovereignly? Are you acting in authority? Are you standing on your truth, right? Are you embodying the vision that you hold, right? This is the visionary. This is the charismatic one, the one that, like, you don't have to do. The kings don't do, they command. You command your reality. Okay? This is not, I just, you command your reality and it's forced to obey. It's forced to conform. Now, obviously, you have this energy. You're seeing 1010. Magician, every single element is at your command. As above, so below. What you believe in here is what will be expressed out here, will be reflected back to you. So 1010 is your invitation to remain in this present moment as the person who is living the life that you know is yours, right? You've had a desire for it, but the desire is here now. You have it fulfilled. You're experiencing it here now. That is who you are. And 1010 is reminding you, you are the magician. You are the fool. You are the universe. Zero, womb, cosmic womb. You are the universe. Unlimited potential. Don't let your history of lack, your past experiences, all of the woundings that kept you small and kept you responding as with your walls up, and I have to be strong and you don't have to do anything. You command. You command and it obeys. You command and it obeys. Okay? Let's get a connection card. Ah, sorry, bumping everything. Co-regulating with pets. Interacting with our animal companions can stimulate the vagus nerve, calming the nervous system and promoting social engagement. The presence of a pet can create a safe, soothing environment, enhancing well-being and emotional regulation. If you don't have a pet, practice with a stuffed animal or a soft blanket, or even by petting your own arm. Or go to the park and ask a stranger if you can pet their animal. Go for a walk and ask if you can interact with another animal. Go to a pet store. Go to the animal shelter. There are ways to be around animals, okay? Go to the zoo. Or go outside. A wild animal might come up to you. You never know. The key is to focus on the sensory experience and to create feelings of warmth, relaxation, and emotional connection. Get comfortable and invite your pet to join you. Gently stroke your pet and observe their response. Focus on the sensation of touch and the connection between you. Notice how your body responds. Do you have feelings of warmth, relaxation, or emotional connection? Engage with your pet for 5 minutes, noticing the sensory experience of touch and the emotional bond between you and your friend. Yes. I especially love if you can get cats because they purr, and that purring also helps. Like, it's a way they regulate their body, but it also helps you regulate that vibration. Okay. Love that. Thank you for this message. If you're catching the replay, you can check out more Maiden Tarot by clicking on this playlist. If you're here now, I would love to read for you. It would be my honor, to be honest. So just pop your name and question in the chat, and I would love to do that. Let's see. Let me get this pulled up so I can see what's going on. I don't know who's a psychopath. Me? Well, I don't identify with that, so yeah, no, not me. Okay. Thank you, Michael Ellis Sr. Sending you love and light also. Yeah, Rezia, happy to read for you again, darling. Let's see. I don't think I'm your mom, sweetheart. But hello. Just want to shuffle real quick with you. Okay. Maiden, will Rezia get her Oxford certificate? Will Rezia get her Oxford certificate? Thank you. Okay, so bottom of the deck energy is, oh my gosh, my foot is like going to sleep. Sorry. 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. But the card you got is the Page of Cups. So what I'm hearing is, what stories are you telling yourself about this? Are you leading with intuition? Like, you know, you're going to get this. Are you curious to learn more about whatever's required for you to get the certificate? With the Eight of Pentacles, obviously, it's taken a lot of hard work to get to this situation where you're eligible for this. And I do think that this is definitely something that could be presented to you, right? With this cup in the hand, something that you will love, that you will love to receive. But there's something about approaching it from that beginner mindset that can help you be more successful here. Don't think that it's in the bag. The Eight of Pentacles is the master, and the master becomes the master by always approaching something in a there's always more to improve. Now, that doesn't stop you from creating, that doesn't stop you from experiencing, that doesn't stop you from applying to get the certificate or whatever the process is. But it's not coming in it from a very arrogant way, but always approaching it with love, with intuition, with um, gratitude. Okay. But I definitely see this as something that could be offered to you, darling. I don't know who it's for. I don't know what you're talking about, sweetheart. All right. Would anybody else like a personal reading? Okay, cool. Would somebody like a personal reading? Just pop your name and question in the chat. Hey, Kaja. How you doing, baby doll? Good to have you here. Welcome back. What's your question, babe? Hi, Anna Lucia. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Kaja, is 50-50 something like some type of reading that people do that I'm unaware of? Because I don't know what that means. Anna Lucia, did you check out Dr. Joe Dispenza? Oh, okay, Kaja, that makes more sense. I was like, what? Well, you got it, darling. Is Luis Miguel Rica Soares, is their health going to improve, please? Is Luis Miguel Rica Soares, is their health going to improve, please? All right, the card you have is the King. Oh, whoa, that's interesting. I saw this as the King of Pentacles, but it is definitely the Four of Pentacles. I would say that it's going to stabilize with the Four of Pentacles coming out. So to me, stabilize would indicate improvement. I'm seeing something about his feet. I don't know if you actually have a grounding practice, Anna Lucia, but if you have the ability to take him outside and let him put his feet on the earth, or if you have the ability to get, I don't know, everybody's finances are different. So if you can order a grounding pad to plug into his bed for when he's sleeping every night, I feel like that would significantly improve his health. It will improve. That's right. Yeah, it will. Anna Lucia, if you have not checked out Dr. Joe Dispenza, please, please go check him out. Um, they're doing virtual healings because it's just energetic. Okay. It's just energetic. I healed my body by practicing what he says to do, which is focusing on the desired outcome from a place of experiencing it and knowing that it is done and having gratitude that it is already done. Um, if you just go to his website, there's so many testimonials of people healing themselves, changing their life, and they're doing remote healing for. I know they were doing it for children in children's hospitals. So I'm not sure if you can get your son on the remote healing list or if you could just start practicing what he says, because we are the healer. We are we are the healer, right? Mm. Okay, let's see. Hey, Brian, nice to see you back. Let's see. I'm gonna read through this, make sure I didn't miss anything, because I always end up missing people and then I feel bad. All right, Sneha, I'll get to you after I do Kaja's reading, okay? Let me just shuffle this because the energy got real somber. That's better. Okay. Would it be better if Kaja changed her living place? Would it be better if Kaja changed her living place? Okay, so right away, the answer I am getting is yes, Kaja. On the bottom of the deck, you have 10 of Pentacles, and under that, you have King of Pentacles. So that's pretty significant energy for yes. Maybe there's something about how the home you need to move to, you need to look at it as more of like, don't see it as an escape from where you're at. See it as more of a permanent thing. Like, this is where I'm concrete. Can I speak? This is where I'm going to create home. This is what home will look like. The cards that you actually got were the lovers. So, yeah. And then the other card that popped out is the Five of Cups. So I feel like the Five of Cups is more like your warning here or your guidance to watch out for the shadow side. When you're choosing this new house, if whenever you're able to move, Move in a way that is going to be the best partnership for you, that is going to be aligned, right, in what you're desiring. Don't just settle, right? Because then you're going to regret it whenever, if you would have waited a few weeks, the house that you actually wanted pops up. Don't just settle, right? Think long term. Don't think I'm trying to escape where I'm at. You're creating. You're creating the environment that's going to support you. You're creating the home that is going to be your safe place, your sanctuary, okay? And so in that way, always check in with your heart space. Always, and I'm hearing like maybe you need to work with friends or a specific realtor. If there's somebody that you're intuitively being led to work with, you should work with them. Okay? All right. Let's see. We'll go ahead and move on to Sneha. What shadow work is required here for Sneha? What shadow work does Sneha need to do currently, please? You're welcome, Kaja. Thank you for being here, darling. Okay. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Swords. And the energy that came through is the King of Swords and the Two of Cups. I'm not sure if you recently broke up with somebody or if you're still hurt over a partnership in the past. I'm feeling this is more of a romantic relationship, I'm not going to lie. But this could also be the relationship you have with yourself. But what I'm seeing, the message that's coming through is the shadow work is something of the heart, but it's of the mind. So you feel heartbreak, but it's based on what you're thinking here. So you're being invited to do shadow work where you are going to use the King of Swords. The King of Swords is not swayed by like what they're feeling. They use their mind to analyze what's actually going on. They use their mind to look and see, okay, is this the correct story? Some questions I would encourage you to use during the shadow work would be, is this the truth? Is this the only truth? Is this the truth I want to experience? Ask those 3 questions. Because is this the truth? Yeah, it's true for me right now in this moment. But is it the only truth? Well, maybe not. Maybe they were having a bad day. Maybe I was just being extra sensitive. Maybe they didn't even realize they said it. And is it the truth you want to experience? No, I don't want this heartache anymore. That's not going to be my reality. And so you're going to be very strong in this King of Swords energy, moving forward with what is in alignment with your values, what is in alignment with the future you want to experience, the you that you want to embody, the story you want to have. And I'm sure the story that you want to experience is not one of heartache, is not one of sorrow and grief and pain, right? The story you want to have is one of partnership based on mutual benefit, based on things that encourage you and inspire you. But we have to use our sovereign self energy. We have to evaluate the narratives that we hear every single day in our minds to see, is this really serving me? Is this really the best marriage inside me? That's what I have for you. Thank you, Brian. Sending so much to you as well, my friend. So much respect for you. I appreciate every time you join. You bring such beautiful energy to this collective. Thank you for being here. If anybody else would like a personal reading, pop your name and question in the chat. Been so blessed to have returning viewers. So nice to connect with you guys and see your stories unfolding in real time. It's so beautiful. If you have been watching and have not asked a question in the chat, please feel free to do so. You may ask your question. But if you are a little bit shy, or if you have a question that you don't want asked on the public internet in front of other people, I do offer private readings, and you can look at those in the description below. But it amazes me. Some people just don't care, and they just ask whatever. Yeah, I love it. I love it. You guys use intense energy right now? Manifesting a life that you desire? Being the magician? 1. Being the fool? 0. You guys having fun in your lives? Are you chasing joy? Are you being joy? You don't have to chase it if you are it. Are you being joy? What is unfolding for you all right now, my darlings? If you would like a personal reading, pop your name and question in the chat. Would love to read for you today. It would be my honor. And if you guys say stuff and I don't understand what you say, I'm sorry. Sometimes I read things and my brain just does not process it until later. And I'm like, oh, that's what they meant. So sorry. Let's see. Did Alicia Barrett's stepmother change her dad's will as he passed away to knock Alicia and her brother out of it? So I'm hearing no. Bottom of the deck energy is the 9 of Swords, and my ears are ringing right now. 9 of Swords is all about anxieties and things that we worry about that aren't really true. The card you got is the Knight of Swords, and the shadow side of the Knight of Swords is moving forward, believing something without actually having proof. Like you're so convicted in something that you're going to believe it no matter what. That's kind of what I'm feeling here for the situation. I feel like even if evidence was presented to you, with the Page of Pentacles, even if evidence was presented, you might not necessarily be open to believe that that's not what happened. And that's not to say that you don't have grounds to believe this, but I don't think that's what happened. My ears are ringing again off the chart, left ear, and the right one is just like super pressure. So no, I don't think so. I'm sorry if that's a hurtful message and if that makes you feel pain because of being blocked out of the will. You're welcome, sweetie. I'm hearing like spend some time with people you love right now. Friends or communities that make you feel lighter would be really beneficial for you right now. If you don't have them, you can consume content that makes you feel lighter. So like funny movies, things that make you remember happy times. I'm not saying get stuck in that cycle, but I think right now it would be really beneficial for your energy to have some like lightness instead of so much tension. All right, if anybody else would like a personal reading, just pop it down in the I understand. I definitely felt that. Sometimes whenever we are experiencing pain, it's a lot easier to give ourselves a mission, right? To prove something or to force something, because then we can take our mind off the actual pain instead of actually experiencing the pain. And if you do take that journey of, I'm going to pick up a crusade, or I'm going to pick up a mission, I'm going to distract myself instead of sitting in this pain, it doesn't disappear. Energy is not created or destroyed. It is just transformed. And so what it does is that energy gets stuck in your body and it will come back. So I think it's a great time to like, yes, things are very hard right now. Allow them to be hard, allow them to be challenging, but we also can choose to listen to beautiful music and appreciate the beautiful music. We can also intentionally choose to put on a comedy. And even if we're not laughing, we can say, maybe there's something funny here for me, right? We can have both a rough time and a sad experience while allowing that to move through us and refusing to be consumed by it, refusing to let it control our lives. Cut to the star, healing. You're held by the universe, sweetheart. You're held by God and your angels. All right, would anybody else like a personal reading? Just pop your name and question down below in the chat. The other thing I heard, Alicia, is like, don't have a timeline for how quickly you need to move through this. Just surrender to what shows up as it arises and let it move through you. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score, so surrender is going to be really important right now. Okay. Good. Then you're on the path. But you're always on the right path, or on the wrong path. So it's easier. Right? My if you reading the sending you so much love, Alicia. So much love. So much love, darling. All right, guys. On this channel, I always remind you, come as you are and stay as you become. Bye, my friends. No, I didn't push end. Well, the Empress just popped out.